is our bracket for today. Group C, not quite as stacked as Group A was yesterday. Kind of feels weird that it's Group C today and not Group B, but whatever. Lucifer versus SuperBT, PCG versus Free, Lin versus Bike, and Fly versus Hurricane Bow. Top 4 will qualify for the round of 16. And yeah, I mean, Lin, Fly, and Lucifer by far the favorites here, but always surprises. Yesterday, Life didn't attend, that lazy fuck, and Shishi dropped out, so everything's possible in WGL qualifier, what was previously GCS qualifiers, and without further ado, here's our first match. Lucifer already on tier 2 with a Lich, DK level 2.5, Blade Master of SuperBT with a big mana potion, got that here, level 2 and a third as well. No claws yet, but gloves and circlet, that looks nice for him, but I do feel Lucifer is in quite a good spot. 2 Fiends already on the way to tier 3, and early War Mill, tier 2, Shadowhunter Bestiary by SuperBT. Do you remember this guy?
No.
Because that name, the name rings a bell, but I felt like it's like 4 years ago that I heard this name. So
no, does not seem familiar to me at all. But asking the real questions here, Neo.
Yes?
What do you think BT stands for? I want to say
Bad Torrents.
Bongo Time.
Bongo Time.
Which reminds me of the good old GameCube days. I had one of those bongo games, you know, from Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
What was that called? Was it called Bongos? No, I don't think so. Chad, help me out here. What was that? I'm gonna Google that. Because I'm not in the game anyways, right? I have a bit of time.
So you were one of the 5 guys in the world who bought that? Nice.
And I was drumming at home, dude, looking, I bet, like a fucking retard. But it was a lot of fun, that thing.
Your family must have loved that game.
No, it was, that wasn't a problem. You know, I was always alone anyways, they never paid me any attention, they left me in the woods, kind of, so no problem.
It's understandable, I mean, you being you, I would have done the same. So...
Yeah, honestly, I can see that.
Since we're on Echo Isles, the reason for the late tier 3 is an expansion by SuperBT with a Shadowhunter and a Pendant here. Looks kind of cool on his side. Shade has already scouted this, so Lucifer going kind of like the WFZ build with early Shades and scouting here, but he lost quite a bit of HP on his Fiends already, so the push, not that easy to do. He doesn't have a statue, he's pulling the ghouls now, statue is coming, but it's late to the party. Yeah, and the Invo, oh no, Invo Potion for SuperBT. Should have been there. He was early at the shop. Next coil being used. He has only 2 left. So with the Raider here and the Hex and the Berserker, this does not look good for Lucifer as of now, since this is buying so much time for the Orc. And the first Fiend is falling here thanks to a nice Hex, so he couldn't coil this one. And this is the risk on the early stages of tier 2 for Undead. Don't move out with your Fiends too far because there's disabled twice. Another Ensnare, another kill, and SuperBT is playing this way better than expected since Lucifer is in quite a good shape, defeating TH recently and making it far in Rust Brain, but only killing a Raider, losing 2 Fiends, losing 1 Ghoul, and the Town Portal. Quite horrendous for the Korean here.
That's a lot. Wow. Yeah, I'm seeing it on stream now. That is so much damage. The Blade Master was on level 3, so there, even with Windwalk, he has good damage to use. The DK wasn't level 3 yet, right?
I think he was. Because
he was?
He got it at the Murlocs.
You know, back in 2010-11, this was why, one of the big reasons why everyone was saying Orc is so overpowered against Undead, because you can do nothing until tier 3, and when he finds you, he kills all your Fiends. But nowadays, you reveal the Blade Master, you focus him. If the SH especially doesn't have heal wave, you can return fire, and usually you're not supposed to lose that much. But here, yeah, that was... What was that? 3 Fiend kills, I think?
Yeah, 3 Fiends and 1 Ghoul. So he's down to 1 Fiend now, pulls more Ghouls. SuperBT's expansion is done and mining. Blade Master still harassing, level up for the Lich, so we do have Nova now. Inventory for the Blade Master looking good in terms of consumables. Still has the potion on him, but yeah, Invol is there, so he got that one, which is pretty nice. No tier 3 tech yet though, the first Headhunters are coming, the Kodo is coming, but he doesn't have the Kodo Aura, he doesn't have the Orb of Lightning, he doesn't have a TC, and yeah, let's see what this push of Lucifer can do with quite a few skeletons. He wanted to go for the Dreadlord, but cancelled it in favor of a Dark Ranger. How do you like that when your Orc's tier 2?
I'm a big fan of the Dark Ranger always, but this one's without silence. I wonder how that one's gonna work out. So, it's a big investment, of course, 425 gold. Has to find a lot of kills here, but with Headhunters being so squishy, maybe she can snowball.
Yeah, we do have a fight here. Lich under pressure, but there are quite a few coils and lightning shield. Maybe you can put that to good use. Kodo is here, has eaten a ghoul, but of course it's not the biggest of losses. One destroyer in the air, and this fight looks a little better for Lucifer so far. He killed the berserker. He's probably killing the next one. Oh no, nice heal wave with level 2, and he still has the potion of greater mana, so a lot of healing. Still losing a raider here. Heal wave most likely on cooldown, but he's dropping the pendant, using the potion, and so a lot of mana back. Dark Ranger is super duper hurt. He's not using the coils on her. There we go. But now the Lich is under pressure. But with the slowed Blade Master, shouldn't be a big problem to micro him away. But now he has to decide, coil the Fiend or coil the Lich. He's coiling the Lich, so the Fiends are most likely both dying here in the north. Blade Master rising up to level 4, using his Invul Potion now, and SuperBT with his 45 supply and Merc support is holding on. With only 42 for the undead, and the statue is hurt, catching another end snap. Blade Master's taking care of this. Only grunts and headhunters falling, so the Kodo is still alive with that grunt in the belly. He's getting some pickups here, but the losses certainly outweighed this.
Damn, I didn't think this game was gonna look like this. SuperBT playing very well, and I don't know, Lucifer perhaps a bit overconfident, not respecting the power that Orc can bring to the mid game. But it is still tier 2 versus tier 3.
Yes, that is correct. We do get more Fiends, 420 gold investment here, and more statues, so pretty standard play so far. I don't think at this stage he needs the Temple of the Damned, because there isn't too much damage, he just needs mass, since this is what SuperBT is going for as well. 56 supply, not the best army composition here, with the Mud Golem, with the Forest Troll, Shadow Priest that doesn't really do damage. But yeah, the Shadow Hunter used his big potion of mana now, so there's certainly a chance for Lucifer to come back.
We've been seeing more and more counter expansions as of late for the last 2 months or so. Is this something that Lucifer is considering right now? Or is it another all-in? I would say there's one more all-in left in him, but if that one fails, don't see this game working out. But also at the moment, no Acolytes moving south yet. And the Banshees, the Temple seems to indicate that, I don't know, does he have the time to go for Banshees and then still go for the attack? By then, the Orc must be at like 70, 75 supply.
I was thinking the same, like, wouldn't an expansion be better? The Blade Master is not, he doesn't have a single claw, so you really don't need damage mitigation at this point. So, I would have suggested an expansion, I think, as well. Maybe he thinks, okay, if I go for the Expo, that will take some time. Then the Orc is at 70 supply as well, and he will just rush me. He forgot a burrow though, so he's stuck at 60 for quite a bit. That gives Lucifer some time to catch up. But again, shock control from the Blade Master, buying only the second circle. I don't know if the potion was not available. Interesting. Lots of time for Lucifer to creep. He got the big turtle with the claws +9. He's getting the Renegade Wizard. Lich is looking very, very good on level 3 now. +14 damage. DK level 4 as well. And the item here is ring. Okay, that's not too great, but yeah, SuperBT seems to be expecting this as well, rushing over to Lucifer's gold mine. So he does have the first Banshees and the first attack, while SuperBT is still at 60.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even dislike this position for Lucifer so much, despite there being an Expo. Like, as you said earlier, the blade doesn't have too much damage.
Yeah, we do have a fight here. Nice and Snare and Blade Master focused on the statue, so it's only one. There's no Destroyer here, but he's getting rid of Ron Raider with a Nova, and Coily sending another one to the Dark Ranger, who's also level 3. Nice heal wave to save this Raider, and as I said, the first statue is gone. Burrow by Lucifer to save this one. Muddy the Mud Golem is leaving the battlefield and goes 6 feet under. Kodo Beast has devoured the Fiend, and now the Banshees come in, and the Abomination. Okay, that could certainly turn the tide of this battle in favor of Lucifer with the normal damage and the big blocker, and that's the timing for SuperBT to get out. Nice coil to get another Raider here, and I think Lucifer opened up the game for him now. 55 supply versus 47, and no lumber for SuperBT.
Yeah, really crazy how Lucifer is staying in this game, and he's ahead now. It is. I'm the biggest fan of Banshees probably in the world, but I still underestimate them. This is a weak Blade Master, no orb, tier 2 only. When the army of the Orc is cursed, he has no damage. There's no damage. The undead heroes can win the fight by themselves if there's enough curse.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I see it too one-dimensional to counter a Blade Master with curse. But yeah, you're right. Like, it's not like percentage-wise, it's not as much damage mitigation than it is with a Pimp Blade Master and upgraded Kodos, etc. But it's still super strong if the Orc army is just throwing pillows at you.
Yeah, I mean, Curse is initiate spell 33 damage damage mitigation per target. I hope Matt Morris isn't listening too closely because it's really, really strong.
Yeah. Here we go again, by the way. Another fight, another kill for Lucifer. He's trying to snipe the Raiders as fast as possible. Curse again on the Shadow Hunter, on the Mauler, on the Blade Master. No Dispel, of course, for SuperBT as he didn't go for a Lodge yet. And there's still mana for the Banshees. We have another Mauler kill with a coil. There's still plenty of mana for Lucifer's DK. He's trying to go for the Lich. Is it on cooldown? Seems like it because he's forced into the Invo Potion. Kodo Beast has not eaten yet. He wasn't in a great position, still not capitalizing. So now the Dark Ranger in problems, getting attacked by the Blade Master. And oh, backstab versus coil. This is gonna be close. He's hexed though. Great play by SuperBT. Here comes the coil thanks to the slow. That was a fantastic Frost Armor on the side of Lucifer. Great micro from the Korean, who's killing more and more and more units. SuperBT plummeting in supply here. The Kodo is gone. He gets the unit back. Hail Mary attempt on the Lich again, but no way. Right clicks on the Blade Master, and that should be it. He has nothing to save himself. Lich level 4. GG. Lucifer with a super strong comeback on Echo Isles, taking the lead in this winner bracket quarterfinal.
Wow, I was really worried for him there when he lost those Fiends in the mid game and the Expo came through. But this game really was a showcase of how bad Orc is on tier 2 versus Undead. Jesus Christ, like, they could do nothing. If you're tier 2 on Orc, as Orc against Undead, you have to rely on the Blade Master alone. And that blade just wasn't strong enough at all to, to get this task done.
Even on Echo, like a little unlucky with the items, I guess, but he had a super strong Shadow Hunter, so you shouldn't complain about that at all. And Lucifer, with the right idea, to go for that Banshee. He was a little lucky that BT forgot his burrow and couldn't go to 70 supply earlier, because then the fight in the bottom right looks a lot better for him, of course, if he has like 2-3 units more. Kind of reminiscent of what happened yesterday to Shishi when he forgot Moonwell and couldn't hold on to what TH was throwing at him. So, yeah, don't forget your Moonwells and burrows and farms and cigarettes, boys. That's the lesson to be learned here.
I wasn't here yesterday. I was kind of sad to see Shishi in the end dropping out so early. He made such a strong showing in the main qualifier for Masters Coliseum, going all the way into the grand final against 1-0. But the group yesterday was pretty stacked, to be fair. He's going to have more chances. There's going to be more races. I thought he was going to make it through, though, but I guess he didn't.
Nope. Yesterday we had, who was it? TH, of course, Lawliot, Colorful, and Chao Keke. So pretty good, I guess. It kind of was to be expected, except Shishi. Yeah.
Yeah, today the big favorite, of course, is Lin. What about Fly? Now, this is going to be online Fly once again.
Yep.
How much is he practicing? How much does he care? Well, I guess the last GCS was proof that not caring much seems to be a good recipe for him.
Certainly, yes. Depends. I mean, this group is not too hard for him. Even if he has a bad day, he should be able to make it. There's like 5 weaker players here. Bo, maybe the best of the rest, I guess. Bike, not really.
I've never seen him before.
Free and PCG, rather tier 3 than tier 2, and SuperBT as well. So, yeah, Bike is a guy who made it to like top 40 ladder last season. So yeah, maybe up and coming, but nothing special.
Not yet.
Not yet, indeed. So I invited you this time.
Woohoo!
Nice. We do have 2 subs coming in here. Sergeant Suit for the 4-month resub. Kia Kaha from New Zealand. Shout out to the end of the world, my man. And Fallen to Rise has subscribed via Prime as well. I hope you enjoyed this. I think so, otherwise you wouldn't have subscribed, and you get the replay packs in our Discord, discord.backtowarcraft.com.
New Zealand, huh? I bet you actually meet a lot of Germans there, right?
Yeah.
Because in Germany, like every second student is like, oh, dude, after I finish with my bachelor's, I'm going to go traveling.
Yeah,
and then you sit there and you're like, I wonder, where might you be going? And the answer 80% of the time is Australia or New Zealand.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's like 15% Vietnam or Thailand or whatever.
Yeah, most of them like do a tour. They start in New Zealand or Australia.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something super special. Like,
yeah.
Okay, go to like Germany 3, with of course Germany 2 being Mallorca and Spain. But yeah, and then they do a tour through Southeast Asia. I mean, I can't blame them. It's like, I was in Thailand and it was fantastic. Haven't been to Australia or New Zealand, but I only heard good things.
And speaking of New Zealand and like Germans going there, actually, what was it, like 2-3 weeks ago maybe? I was hanging out in a pub and here in Mainz, and we met a guy from New Zealand, and he said that when he was back there, a lot of exchange students would come, right, as well. Not just students after finishing their bachelor's, but during, you know, normal high school time, exchange students would come. And apparently, the female German exchange students were by far the sluttiest. There were so many scandals about them hooking up with the fathers of the families where they moved into the house. Yeah. So
Germany represent.
Yeah, slutty girls, home wrecking the New Zealand families. Sorry about that, guys. I hope we can make up for it in the future. Is that true?
How?
Is that what you heard as well, Sergeant Suit?
How do you want to make up for that? Like, you go to New Zealand and you go to their moms and like, okay, I'm making up for that, now take me.
No. I mean, we could send a couple of crates of beer. Ours probably is better than theirs, I think.
That's so expensive there. So that's a good idea. We should send a gallon of beer to make up for our slutty girls.
Our good Bitburger beer. Mmm. So delicious. Is it the most popular beer in Germany? I think it is, right?
No, it's of course Oettinger.
Oettinger, yeah.
Well, it depends. It's like Oettinger is the most commercial successful, but if you do like a vote, like what beer do you like the most, Oettinger will end up like last place most likely.
Because they're ashamed of their cheapness.
Exactly.
Oh.
But like, what you do when you don't have too much money is you buy one Kasten. What is it?
Like a
one pack of like good beer for when some visitors come over, and you have like 5 packs of the cheap Oettinger beer for when you're alone and just for your after work beer.
Yeah, it's a crate of beer.
Ah, yeah, crate, of course, yes. Yeah, that's how we do it. And we're in map number 2. It's Turtle Rock cross position.
People are saying Oettinger is disgusting. You guys, you don't have any constitution. All right, I can drink Turmbräu warm in like 30 degrees. I don't give a fuck. You guys you don't have any dedication.
And I said this many times, so you will know. But the Radler, which is a beer mixed with like Sprite or lemonade, is very good from Oettinger.
The
really,
Alsterwasser.
Alsterwasser, indeed.
Yeah, I'm still not drinking though. 3rd of August. Mark that day. Because the next day I'm gonna be, oh my god, I'm gonna be so fucked up. I hope we don't have a cast the next day.
We're most likely gonna have, but
probably.
I can cover you.
Like qualifiers every single day.
I'm not drinking as well, so yeah, SuperBT at the moment.
Oh my god, what has happened to us, Neo?
Yesterday, my fucking roommate, like it was after work time, and I got home, and he was at a restaurant with his girlfriend, and they came back. And I was sitting on the terrace and was like, I want to go for like rum and coke. I was like, no, I take a coke though and chill with you. And he looked at me like a super disappointed dad. Like, I just quit school and said, Dad, I'm gonna be a rock star or something. Like, oh my god.
And heroin isn't even so bad. Well,
we do have a game.
I think at one point we should start talking about this game. So what's happening? We have a fast DK build here from Lucifer. Don't really know if he did that in the first game. We were a little bit late to that one. Some of us anyways. Other people were not even in the game entirely. Don't know how that happened. So we have 4 ghouls once again. This has been coming into the meta more and more. This means you're going to have fiends out very late. This means you're going to be strong very late into the game. And I always advocate fast expand against this. However, this is Turtle Rock, so here it's probably a very bad idea. I still feel like there's better opportunities for orcs to try to punish this early build from the undead, but the meta has slowed down so much that orcs don't really... Of course, they don't buy boots anymore. They don't look for kills early anymore. They just want to creep, stack up all those items, get the level 3 Blade Master early, nice and quick, so then their second hero can have an easy time power leveling on tier 2 as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable on Turtle Rock. There's so many good items, and you can see it already on the Death Knight of Lucifer, Mantle, Claws, all that good stuff. Very nice. On the other side, not that great. The gloves is okay. But yeah, he's not that lucky with his Blade Master items, that's for sure. He's gonna have some more chances for that, though. Tier 2 is 40% done, more grunts. Lucifer around the same time starting his Fiend production now. And I'm pretty sure SuperBT is going for his neighbor's starting position. Right after Tier 2. And maybe it's an expansion play again.
He gets the first Watcher ward here. He's not tunnel visioning both wards as many orcs oftentimes will try to do against an undead because, oh, you know, it's always vision throughout the entire game. Whoa! He sells the parry up and buys the Boots of Speed.
Told you he's kind of old school.
We are, yeah. We're back in 2010 apparently. DK's coming in too late to get any creep kills and of course can't dream to kill any of the orc units. Blade Master now, 1 skeleton kill himself away from level 3. Looking for those skeletons, but they're not here. And this is a big commitment to the early game. 4 grunts and boots.
And boots, exactly.
That's a lot of monies.
He has 600 gold though, and yeah, that should be fine, right? For a bestiary, but not for an expansion, certainly. And that will take some time. But he has to creep it before, so it should... It could line up well. Lucifer on the other side, only level 2.5. Is that a problem?
He should get level 3 in time. The SH is still far away, but with those boots, which are expensive, you can apply a lot of pressure, certainly. You can chase down those fiends, you can get in a couple of swings, a crit here or there. If you don't have the boots, the aura is enough to stay out of range. So this is forcing some mana out of the DK. This is getting the fiends lower, but it was, of course, with that investment.
Oh man, look into the orc base. It's even more old school. It's Spirit Lodge now. It's no expansion, it's Raider Walker TC.
Wait a minute. He's not making a bestiary.
It's tier 3 lot? What?
Okay. Oh my god, if this is Torrents, dude.
I don't want to know what happens when this is really Torrents. We do have
to mute my mic for a little bit.
Normal build by Lucifer with Lich Slaughterhouse and Sacrificial Pit. So he's gonna scout that rather soon.
So he has the Frost Armor now. He's gonna have a Shade here against the stalking Blade Master as well. Blade doesn't have too much mana anymore either, so can't keep up the harassment here for too long. Might be looking for the Creep Jack though. The grunts are kind of in position to come south, but good scouting from the skeleton as well from Lucifer. Knows that they are fairly far away, wakes up the creeps, and with that alone sends them away. Ooh, did he get the item?
Yeah, Boots of Kurthalas. This would have been a big pickup for the Magpie, that is the Blade Master. Will he get some more experience? Oh, he's aiming for the Fiends immediately. The Lich is also pretty low, tanking a bit of damage from the creeps, obviously. But we do have level 2 coil and plenty of mana, so that should be fine. And the TC is coming in. He's not creeping at all. He really wants to jack this, and the Lich is suffering hard. Stun, and he's dead. The coil just a tiny bit too late, and the second hero is gone. And now the grunts come in, and again, just like it was on map 1, Lucifer is forced into a TP after heavy losses.
That was so close though. That coil was in the air, and he was only like 100 range away. If that coil lands, the speed scroll is going to be over. There's going to be Frost Armor and everything, and this Creepjack would have done nothing. As it is, he killed the Lich. That's only level 1 hero though. He walked across the entire map, didn't get experience from anything else. So it was a hero kill, yes. And a TP, I guess. Yeah. But nothing more.
If he wanted to go for a Dreadlord, he delayed that as well. Oh, Lucifer going Boneyard. So if this is Walker Torrent, it might not be the best idea. I mean...
They're gonna pulverize those frost worms, Neo, don't you worry.
Yeah. Is that the case? Like, pulverize hits
well,
air?
I wonder, like, how are you gonna get them to the ground, though? He's kind of missing end snares, to be honest. Oh, please make a Torrent Totem, dude.
So far, it's just headhunters.
He's not making it, though. How is he not getting end snare? That's like the best things that Orgurans have to offer.
I have no idea. I have no idea what this is.
I mean, it's something new, though. That's cool.
Oh, he's building a beastery now. The tier 3 beastery. New meta by SuperBT.
You know, in the new patch, he could just make Torrents right now. Wouldn't even need a totem. Just make the Torrents right now.
Maybe it's super bad timing.
I don't know. When's a good timing for Torrents, though? We haven't seen it yet.
You have to tell me. Dark Ranger again for Lucifer.
I bet my ass in some of these qualifiers we're gonna start seeing Torrents, you know, in some maybe not so important matches, and I'm gonna love it so much, Neo. I'm gonna love it so much.
I'm always happy when you're happy.
Maybe it's not even gonna be shit.
Hood of Cunning for the Blade Master. Kind of mad, but his attack speed is off the charts now, which is good, of course. Level 2 Stomp and the TC at the pendant. And shows that he really wants to use his mana regen or something.
He was testing if the hotkeys still work.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Sometimes you gotta test.
Holy shit, that DK as well. Greater mana, greater invul, Scroll of the Beast. Well, he does have Dispel, I guess.
Only the one walker, though. Ah, there's a second one. And he still doesn't have a single raider. But 5 grunts.
Yep.
Alright. If the grunts soak up the mana, soak up the damage, and the heroes with that will be, you know, freer to do what they want, it's not even terrible. But it's so easy to micro against grunts. You frost armor once, you kite back, and the grunts are gonna be wasting so much of their time. You don't have to worry about ensnare. Have to worry about the Lich though, but this time the coil is in time. Blade Master won't find an easy kill here, but no, he didn't steal the item. What was the item here?
It was the Medallion of Courage.
Ah, yeah.
So, good for Lich and DK alike. More headhunters there. And where's the first worm? Kind of missing that guy. We do have 2 new subs here, or resubs rather. Half a year for Warcraft. Alter Falter, Nexus out, whatever that means. And Nebu HSV for 2 years, getting that glorious golden sub badge. You earned it, my man. Thank you very much for 2 years of trust.
Even if Neo doesn't get it, don't you worry, Water Joe. I got that Hearthstone meme. I got you. It's like one of the oldest memes I can remember. But of course, Neo doesn't know it. Here we go, Speed Stroll to go in. And then he changes his mind and goes for a little green camp instead. Is there a big level up here to be grabbed up? No. He's looking for the bigger backstab here. A lot of his army is hurt though. These grunts are all at like 50% HP. Lucifer does have a TP if he needs to evacuate, but it looks like he wants to fight. Destroys in the air. He steals the item in the back and it's Boots of Beltalas once again. Blade Master now seriously stacked Stomp coming in. So far, no kills. On Lucifer's side, has kept everything alive. The Dark Ranger in the front, though, is dropping low. Big Stomp coming in. And he's going to have a couple of more of those. Blade Master in the backline, ravaging those Fiends. And it will have to be a TP out from Lucifer, losing one more of his destroyers on the way out. As this one, Walker survives as well. And I must say, that fight went way better for the Orc than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm kind of surprised how well this works for SuperBT. He's down to 40 supply and he didn't eat, but apart from that, the Blade Master did some heavy lifting here. TC is doing well too. We do have the first worm now, so it's not getting easier for him with not too much anti-air and also a strong Lich against the Berserkers. But, you know, it was a good fight with good focuses and very good stuns, I feel.
Yeah. And I always advocate when there's no healing on the Orc side, always go for the heroes. It is unrecoverable damage. Blade Master actually doesn't even have an invul. The TC does have one. Could be transferred, I suppose. There is damage mitigation from Spirit Link, but only if it's there. If it's not dispelled. And we don't have too many walkers for re-amplification. I feel Lucifer could have microed that a little bit better, but he's certainly not out of this game. I don't even think he's behind. He's still at 60. 50 for his opponent. Second worm coming out. And if he can snipe those berserkers with the Lich and the Dark Ranger one by one, get those skeletons up, then those worms should be almost unbeatable.
Yeah, absolutely. He has like one raider now. So it's gonna be hard. Like with good micro, Lucifer's worm micro is not the best in the world. That we see that a lot in this matchup versus Night Elf, but on Turtle Rock it's certainly possible to save that. Not much to creep anymore, so he goes for a tiny Great Hall. This level 4.5 TC, Blade Master level 4.5 as well. Plus 24 without the Kodo, plus 35. And the sick attack speed, like...
But no invo.
But no invo. Glass cannon.
Absolutely. This time he goes for the heroes. The TC eats a lot of damage right from the start. Going for the invo. He's going to have another stomp here in a second. It might be a big one as well. Scroll of the Beast coming in. Not dispelling it. Now he's going for the backline for those Berserkers. But they're not dying too quickly. And the heroes can still do what they want. Blade Master going for the Lich. Gets the crit. But after that there's an invo to keep him safe. TP out now from the TC. I like that. He had that second item to keep himself alive with. Statue gets taken out. A lot of Berserkers fell. And the Orc is down to only 38 supply. He did take severe losses right there. And now he has no more invulns to use. And will have to engage the Undead once again if he wants to keep his expansion alive.
10 seconds slow on those peons now with the Frostworm.
Oh, and he can eat the skeletons now. Oh, that's a lot of mana.
That's a nice snowball that he's starting here. And this expansion. These skeletons with the normal damage is so nice to have now against this Expo.
Oh, that was such a bad investment, dude.
Yeah.
That was way too expensive. Looks like he's thinking about a counterattack. What's his army looking like? He has one raider. That's not the best if you want to go for some base attack. He finds a statue that's going to be a free kill, and that gets him closer to level 5. And I think that's kind of his way out of this game to win this match.
Yeah.
Get a hero kill during a stomp or something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this is looking pretty rough.
Totally agree. We have a heal potion on the TC, nothing again on the Blade Master. If Lucifer realizes this, I think with a close to 5 DK, you can easily nuke this. Lich has
the first incident of the game.
After, what is it, 15 minutes.
And it goes towards the Frostworm as well. It's a lot of piercing damage here. Might be able to take it out, but the skeletons are dealing with the backline. Only 2 Berserkers left now. The DK has more coils to use so hard to kill off that high HP target. But what about the Lich? The stomp is still lasting, but not quite long enough. One more second. The Blade Master may have been able to find that kill, but he survives. Lich at DK level 5 now. The coils are gonna hurt so much. Can he find this kill? He needs this kill. He needs a couple of crits, but he doesn't have end snares anymore. He's getting slowed down by the worm. His army has disappeared around his heroes. So many skeletons were created from this. And despite the boots, despite the aura, well, can he actually outrun the Frostworm? Ah, not quite, but he's almost fast enough. And he's trying for it again. Where are the crits? Where are the crits? They're not coming.
Unlucky. He wants a backstab, but that doesn't work. The TC is falling in return. Throws a coil and a Nova. Double kill for Lucifer here, and he was struggling, but in the end he takes the series 2-0 and stands where he belongs in the winner bracket semifinal, 1 series away from the round of 16. And his opponent there is either going to be PCG or Free, so not the hardest opponents there, I guess.
Yeah, should be, as it looks at the moment, a fairly easy road here to victory, to the next round for Lucifer. Underlining once again his pretty strong shape that he's in at the moment. And, well, we're always light on undeads, so it would be nice to see him progress further.
Alright, so we don't have... let's see if we have results from other games. Fly is leading 1-0 over Bow. Apart from that, I don't know. Should we stick with Lucifer then, to have like the story of Lucifer, and then switch to the lower bracket?
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Yeah, we did the same yesterday with TH, and yeah, there was a cool thing to do, I guess.